So, what do you have to say about the current condition of sports in India?
I think lots can be done to improve the current standard of sports in India. We sure can win many, many more medals. The government is doing what it can. I think the private sector needs to chip in. I think the private sector needs to adopt sport. I think also the public sector units, especially the Navratnas, need to come in and support individual sport. And I think if we can do that and put in money into individual sport, I think India can win very many, many more medals at the Olympic Games.
So, do you think events like this can bridge the gap between the sports and the government?
I think government is doing its bit. I think the private sector needs to come in, corporates need to come in, and I think events like this should bring in more corporate sector to make them understand what the federations are doing, the role of the federations, and bridge the gap between the corporate sector and the federations.
So, don't you think government should come up with some new things which will promote sports? Because till now, sports has not get recognition as an industry.
I that I understand that, but that's a very minor thing. Is a matter of signing a file. The file is already lying in the ministry, so that's only signing a file. So I don't think this is going to help to make it and give it industry status. I think more important, the government is doing a lot. The government is supporting the athletes a lot. The government is supporting sports people. The government is creating infrastructure. I think the central government is doing a lot. I think the state governments are not doing enough. Sports is a state subject. The state governments need to do what it needs to do. They are not doing their bit. The central government is doing a lot, and I don't think the central government can do much more than it is already doing. Corporate sector needs to come in, public sector units need to come in. I think even people like railways and others who employ sports people need to respect their athletes. I know of Arjuna awardees, I know of Asian gold medalists who work for railways and things. They're not treated with respect, and I think athlete needs respect more than anything else. So we need to look at the whole ecosystem of sports.